Remember when Charles Leclerc debuted with Haas? Charles Leclerc spent his rookie campaign in Formula One with Sauber, and his performances were sufficiently eye-catching to earn a promotion to Ferrari for this season. But his first official appearance in Formula One came with neither Sauber nor Ferrari, but with Haas. Haas joined Formula One in 2016 with strong Ferrari links. A technical association remains to this day and fielded Ferrari's 2015 reserve Esteban Gutierrez alongside Romain Grosjean. The Haas-Ferrari connection prompted speculation that the Scuderia could use Formula One's newest team as a training ground for its youngsters, especially with Sauber's form on the wane. Ferrari Academy member Leclerc took on a development role with both Ferrari and Haas, and at the British Grand Prix got behind the wheel of the latter's VF16 during Friday's opening practice session, taking Gutierrez's seat for the session. Leclerc finished 18th, out of 22 participants, and completed 26 laps. Leclerc had farther runs in the VF16 in Hungary, Germany and Brazil, but later acknowledged that FP1 runs at some weekends hindered his focus in GP3, due to the nuances of the respective machines and the tightly packed timetable of a race weekend. Leclerc was tentatively linked with a Haas race seat for 2017, but the team signed Kevin Magnussen to partner Grosjean, and the Monegasque youngster instead competed in Formula 2, after which the rejuvenated Ferrari-Sauber partnership meant there was only one place he would go in. Next news: 19 questions for 2019, how will Charles Leclerc fare at Ferrari? Motorsport Week's team of writers got together to discuss what they believe will be the big questions for the 2019 motorsport season, covering all the major series from Formula 1 to IndyCar, WEC to DTM and everything in between. We'll post a new question over the course of the next 19 days, starting with 119. How will Charles Leclerc fare at Ferrari? Charles Leclerc's ascent has been meteoric. It was just 3 years ago that the protégé of Nicolas Todts and the godson of the late Jules Bianchi was signed to Ferrari's Driver Academy, in which period he has shown in GP3, starred in Formula 2, and lit up Formula 1 as one of the most eye-catching youngsters in a generation, doing so with a level of humility and assuredness that has earned him a legion of fans and admirers. His performances and growth through that period was enough to convince Sergio Marchionne that he is ready for Ferrari for 2019, providing a bold leap of faith from a company that typically adopted a conservative stance. Marchionne's wishes were respected after his untimely death, and the 21-year-old with 21 starts to his name will don the famous scarlet overalls and visit Maranello not as its protégé but as a fully fledged Ferrari driver upon which the hopes of a 1,000-strong workforce and millions of fans worldwide are placed. Leclerc has so far dealt superbly with everything that has come his way both on and off track, and while there will undoubtedly be setbacks and difficulties, the evidence suggests he will regard mistakes as opportunities from which to learn. It would be a shock if he were to have all the tools to launch a year-long title fight considering the might of the opposition, but he will not be out of place at the front of the grid. One of the biggest subplots will surely be the development of his relationship with Sebastian Vettel, who will be keen to assert himself after a disjointed 2018 that promised much but delivered little, and with one key ally Kimi Räikkönen now gone. Vettel has already been bitten once by an upstart new teammate with all to gain and little to lose, and while the circumstances are different to 5 years ago, he will not want history to repeat itself, especially in the midst of uncertainty at the notoriously political Ferrari. Next news: Valtteri Bottas shows off his Arctic Rally M Sport Fiesta. Mercedes Formula One driver Valtteri Bottas has shown off images of the rally car he will pilot when he makes his competitive rallying debut later this month at the Arctic Lapland Rally. The Finn will drive an M Sport Ford Fiesta RSWRC, decked in white and blue and featuring his permanent F1 race number, alongside co-driver Timo Räikkönen. The event acts as the season opener for the 2019 Finnish Rally Championship and runs from January 24 to 26. It's not often drivers are given permission to take part in events outside of F1. Particularly rallying, which carries a high risk factor. In 2011, Robert Kubica took part in a rallying event and suffered near-fatal injuries which ruled him out of F1 for several years. The Pole is set to make his competitive return with Williams this season after an 8-year break. Bottas though is excited ahead of his debut. This is a unique opportunity to take a peek into the world of rallying. And I would like to thank everyone who has made it possible. It's totally new territory for me too, as I have no prior experience of a world rally car. Still, being the race car driver that I am, you always go flat out whatever the vehicle you're driving in. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.